Namaskar. Greetings, friends. It is Sunday, the 30th of March 2025, and it is time for another episode of my weekly analysis, where I take a look at a few stocks and go through my decision process for the coming week. In this episode, I'll cover Robinhood Markets, Novo Nordisk, and Google. But before we take a look at the market situation and the three stocks that I mentioned, a quick word of statutory disclaimer. The information being shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be construed as an investment advice. Individuals are encouraged to do their own research and assume full responsibility of any actions taken based on the suggestions provided. Ever since Trump announced a new regime of trade tariffs, the market has reacted by going down for last 3 or 4 weeks. The correction was overdue anyway, but I think the trigger was this announcement by Trump to introduce new tariffs. As the day of 2nd April, which is termed as the Liberation Day, comes close, the markets have been shedding a lot of its value. People are probably taking safety in getting out of the markets and keeping cash ready in case further fall happens. That's reflected in the overall market sentiment. My own account also reflects that downfall in last few weeks. As you can see, week 48, I had a loss of 3.94%, followed by 3.87% in week 49, 1.43% in week 50, then a little regain of 2.15% in week 51, but last week again it was a loss of 3.63. So overall, if I look at the entire year picture, from a high watermark of 59.97% gain in the week 47, I am now ending the year with a 43.33% gain. Let us now look at some of the stocks that I mentioned in the beginning. The first stock I look at is Robinhood Markets. Robinhood Markets has had a pretty good growth in the last year or so. It's reflected on the chart as well. It has had a steady rising uptrend, except for the last few weeks of market action. The stock has done really well. The business is showing good results. It posted 39% growth year on year over 2024. It's got a solid user base of 11 million subscribers, and it is sitting on 3.7 billion of cash to invest in the technology. They've got serious plans in place to deploy AI and provide a lot of good tools for their customers. So everything is looking pretty good. And this recent drop offers us an opportunity to buy into this stock, or if you're already holding, then add on to your positions. Now, technically speaking, if you look at this rise from here, and if I may just use the Fibonacci on this, you can notice here that the price is just above the 50% Fibonacci retracement. It is a good area to think of adding to your position if you're already in the stock. It is also aligning with this demand that happened in the previous upswing. So the two things are aligning, both the 50% replacement and this demand here. Anywhere between the current price, which is 41.18 to 41.10, you could add to your position. There is another way to look at this whole thing. And if I just draw a trend line on this recent most downswing, you can see that, it made a pretty strong swing low, then back up and another swing low. But since then, this downtrend has already been broken, and the current price action is more or less revisiting that break area. So, three things aligning up here technically for helping us make this decision to add here: 50% replacement, a demand area, and also revisiting the break of this short term downtrend. So for the next week, that I will add to my position on Robinhood Markets in this area. If it continues to fall, then the next area will be around 33.45 area, which is 61.8% retracement, and also aligns with the support here. But that is quite far away yet. Hopefully, we will see a bounce back from this area itself. So that is Robinhood Markets for now. Next, let us take a look at Novo Nordisk. Now, this is a leader in its market. They provide very popular drugs for control of diabetes and obesity. The business has been doing well. It almost doubled its revenue in last 3 years. So I'm not particularly sure as to why the stock price has not done so well. So if I look at the chart from a technical perspective and try to draw this channel from here to here, as you can see, the price has been in a sustained downward trend in a channel from August of last year. Currently, it is midway through the channel and there is a potential for it to go further down to meet the bottom of the channel here. If I add RSI to my chart, the RSI is already below 30. So it is indicating that it is in an oversold territory already. So I will keep an eye on this and this price action. I can see that it has a further potential to go down if it continues in this channel. So maybe best thing will be to catch it near the bottom of the channel. The RSI by that time starts to maybe show up. The overall drop in price is also quite significant. From high of close to 148, price is now 69.28, which is nearly a 50% drop in value. So in terms of just the value of the stock in comparison to its historic value, it's quite a significant drop. So that's another reason why I'm interested in this. But in terms of my action, I will watch the price. If it goes further down close to the bottom of the channel, and in this time if the RSI starts to show me a divergence in that after making a low here it starts popping up in the zone above, then I will add to my position here. So that is Novo Nordisk for the next week. Last but not the least, let us take a look at Alphabet, Google again. Now, this is a stock I hold in my portfolio, and because of the current downtrend, I'm looking for opportunities to add further into my position. Google as a business is pretty strong. It's a household name. Most people use its services. 75% of its revenue comes from advertising, which is very steady. It gives a constancy of revenue. Also, in the last 3 years, despite headwinds, the business has grown at an average of close to 11% per annum for last 3 years. In order to secure future, it is investing heavily into artificial intelligence, which also shows the strength of vision from the management. So I have no doubt about the business in the long run, and therefore I would like to consolidate my position given the current situation. From a technical perspective, if I have to look at for areas to add to my position, let me just first take a look at the Fibonacci retracement. So Fibonacci retracement tool tells me that the price is currently sitting on 50% retracement of this entire move, which is a pretty significant area. Also, it is not too far from the support here. So from a buying perspective, the current price offers a good opportunity, and if it falls further, then this support area will provide us a good second option. RSI is still not in the oversold zone, so there is a possibility that it might show a further fall. But then there is this support as well as the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement here. So there are three areas we can potentially add small quantities at each time. One right here, right now, which is 50% retracement. One around this support area if it falls below, and finally another one at 61.8%, and hopefully by then we will see a bounce back. So that is my view on Google for the next week. With that, I conclude my weekly analysis for this week. Hope the next week does not create more panic in the market and the 2nd of April passes peacefully. If you like the contents of this channel, please like and subscribe. And if you think someone you know might benefit from this, please share my videos with them as well. Thank you. Namaskar. Have a good week ahead. See you next week.